Over 20% of the Democratic Republic of Congo's mining revenue has been lost to corruption and mismanagement. That's according to a campaign group, Global Witness, which claims the money is being distributed through corrupt networks linked to President Joseph Kabila. It adds that at least $750 million has gone missing over the past 3 years. The government has not commented on the report but has previously denied allegations of corruption in that sector. DR Congo is Africa's biggest producer of copper and the world's largest supplier of cobalt used in batteries for electric cars. It's also rich in gold, diamonds and coltan used in mobile phones, but its people remain among the poorest countries in the world following years of conflict and mismanagement. In East Africa, Tanzanian opposition politician Tundu Lissu has been arrested. No reason was given for the arrest, which comes 3 days after he called President John Magufuli a dictator. On Monday, Mr. Lissu told reporters that repeated arrests of senior party members were intended to muzzle any opposition to Mr. Magufuli. He called for the dictator and his government to be isolated politically, diplomatically and economically. Government spokesperson Hassan Abbas reacted to Mr. Lissu's comments earlier this week by saying in a statement that the government will not accept that someone or a group of people abuse the freedom of expression. Mr. Lissu was arrested at Dar es Salaam airport as he attempted to take a plane to Rwanda. The European Union is committing 15.5 million euros to help Nigeria address migration and reintegration between April 2017 to 2020. Speaking at the launch of the Initiative for Migrant Protection and Integration in Abuja, the head of cooperation at the European Union office in Nigeria, Mr. Kurt Cornelis, says the funds will be used to strengthen migration governance and reintegration of returning migrants.
According to the International Organization on Migration, 1,800 Nigerians have been returned to Nigeria from Libya and Niger Republic between January and July 2017. Many of them were planning to get into Europe through the Mediterranean Sea, where over 3,000 people have died within the same period. The rising case of deaths of migrants is a cause of concern to the European Union, who wants urgent steps to be taken to address the incident.
The EU and the International Organization for Migration jointly developed the Joint Initiative for Migrant Protection and Reintegration in Africa to address these challenges. The initiative is being implemented now in 14 countries, and in the case of Nigeria, it has been allocated 15.5 million euros for a total duration of 3 years.
Factors like poverty, poor infrastructure and armed conflicts are identified as reasons for the increasing number of migrants. According to IOM, Nigeria accounts for the main country of origin of migrants arriving in Italy, with 14,118 migrants this year alone. This is a source of concern for the government.
Most of the migrants bound for Europe have reported to irregular and dangerous routes via the North African countries, predominantly Libya, Morocco and Tunisia. Majority of these migrants opt to return when they could no longer continue their journey to the final destination.
In Nigeria, we believe that return and integration is strategic in the management of migration. So much so it is one of the 5 priorities for Nigeria's national migration policy. I hereby launch this EU IOM initiative.
The launch of this initiative is considered a strong signal by the European Union to ensure decent migration of Nigerians and protection of the dignity and rights of migrants.
Elsewhere now, buses carrying Egyptian social workers are taken to the streets of Cairo to help homeless children in need of medical or psychological treatment. The aim of the project, currently in operation in 10 of Egypt's governorates, is to reintegrate the children into society through counseling and play, with the hope that they can return home or be placed in foster care. The Egyptian Ministry of Social Solidarity Initiative, known as Children Without Shelter, was launched in April 2017 to help children who have run away from their homes.
This is the team part of the moving units from the Ministry of Social Solidarity. This one deals with children who are homeless and considered street children. They first try to attract the children through activities. Then afterwards, they start the rehabilitation process with the help of a social expert and a psychologist. They are helped to integrate in society or families.
Children receive first aid for less serious injuries on the buses before playing video games to help them feel at ease. Once the psychologists and social workers have gained the children's trust, they use learning techniques like card games to teach them about social integration and the importance of family life. The social workers say the children are responding positively to the initiative.
The team creates a relationship that I feel enables them to know how to analyze the child and understand what brought them to the streets. This bus is only a temporary step. It is a temporary and primary step to understand the child.
If the child's family is available, the children are returned home and monitored through government offices, while others may be housed in social institutions. According to the United Nations, there are around 150 million street children around the world, and a 2014 study by Egypt's National Institute for Social and Criminal Studies estimates that there are 16,019 street children in Egypt. Those behind the mobile unit also see it as a safe space to talk to the children, assessing their own individual circumstances and helping them to get back on track to live a better life away from harm. Still to come on Network Africa. Our Africa Tech segment takes a look at localizing social media in Nigeria. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.